Okay, so the second game is up. It's going to be right about now on Oasis, which is quite a solid map, and we're gonna be seeing, curiously enough, only one Atlantean here. That's usually a map that lately is taken by people who like to be playing Attis quite a bit. So you're gonna be right now watching gods, Zeus, Oranos, and Ra from 3-eyed Odin, aka Shadowfaxx, so it's making quite a bit more sense for him. He really does know how to play Ra, especially on maps like these. He really prefers him even in 1v1 tournaments, for example. He uses him often, but curiously enough, Igo Wonder is gonna be coming for Gaia this time around to make everything a bit more green and lush, with Isis for MyIsis yet again, and Zeus for MasterClick. So they're gonna be continuing with the standard civilizations that they are used to. So MyIsisBestGod on the left side, he is going to be in the pocket yet again with the Egyptian. We are again quite dangerous. Quite dangerous indeed. So of course there's gonna be a gold target again available for him, but so far it seems that this is gonna be the 4 Oasis start. There's gonna be 4 of them, which is quite a bit annoying as far as raiding into the pocket if you're not gonna be walling properly. So hopefully they are going to be doing exactly that, avoiding anything like that to happen to them. But nonetheless, there's gonna be quite a nice hunt already available for MyIsisBestGod, so he's gonna be knowing exactly where to go for the giraffe and for the gazelles as well. But so far, how many did they start with? No, this is definitely unfortunate. He's gonna be costing quite a bit of efficiency in there. Unless he's gonna be able to cleverly shoot at the zebra, have it moving somewhere, and then it's gonna be moving in some kind of direction. Hopefully it's gonna be randomly going all the way to the top. Maybe he's gonna be getting lucky. No, he's gonna be actually getting lucky in the end, as she is right now transitioning exactly into a good spot. Once this zebra is gonna be exactly finishing, this is great. This is great luck right about now from MyIsisBestGod, but nonetheless, let's gonna check around a bit more. So of course the guy is gonna be getting plenty of flush all across the board. And also starting on the 2 zebras, but only 2 zebras, that usually means that this is gonna be a low hunt spawn. So therefore, it's going to be quite a bit advantageous to all the Atlanteans there in this map, as there's going to be relic for 3 Pegasus, which could be nice for the scouting, but yet again, just a confirmation of the 4 Oasis start, and therefore, a lot of walling going to be needed all the way into the middle. But it's also going to be about how well the pocket player is going to be playing. So far, it's MyIsisBestGod. On the other side, it's going to be Yuli, and he played rather well. So it seems to me they might be having pretty much like the same match up, and they're gonna be maybe fighting somewhere into the middle. If basically the last game is any kind of indication what might be going on, as all the way to the bottom, that's gonna be 3-eyed Odin, aka Shadowfaxx with his Ra, already trying to block off the gold mine, and he's gonna be having also a bit of walling. I'm thinking on the left here as well, and he is gonna be fighting against the Zeus MasterClick. So basically the same matchups as we have seen in the last one, but with a bit different gods. How's it looking with his TCs, for example? The back TC is fairly safe and fairly alright. The gold mine is... No, it kinda depends if it's actually his or not. It seems like that it might be. Looking at Yuli's back gold mine all the way there, which is gonna be obviously his. Maybe there's gonna be other gold mines still about here, but it's not entirely 100% sure that it's gonna be happening that way. But otherwise, the gold mines are rather far away. You can see that MasterClick is gonna be heading quite aggressively forward for all the hunt. And is it actually his or his opponent's? Quite a nice gold mine for him, in combination with the TC as well. But 2 gazelles, not entirely too high hunt. There are giraffes and the gazelles into the middle. So it's pretty much, they seem to be on more or less the same level. So it doesn't really matter all that entirely where they're going to be coming and who's going to be coming for which one of those. But it almost seems to me that 3-eyed Odin is not all that intent going for the hunt. You can see right now he's going to be coming for the temple. And maybe it could be even heading into something like archaic farming. I don't think so. Yeah, he definitely doesn't have the gold for that. So no, this is not going to be the archaic farm build order for the Ra. But yeah, well, still, he's going to be having maybe a bit of a problem right about now on advance. Unless he already does have enough, which I don't think so exactly. But it's close by. Close by. So at least those few. Right about now, the chickens should be enough. He's already switching into gold, so that he's going to be having enough for the shadow funds. He's going to be in the next age. So yeah, that seems to be right now exactly standard. You can see only 1 monument, so nothing like going for example, bust and Sphinx. Oh, maybe. Really? That's slightly weird. With only 1 monument. He's already switching into farmland right about now. But yeah, well, maybe he's gonna be still aiming for that nonetheless, as the map is definitely one of the more open ones, so he could be going for that. As cheaper myth units, okay, the Budget Eye. And exactly if this one was discovered, for example, right about number 3 Odin, he was coming for that, then the Sphinxes would be a whole lot more helpful for him. Nonetheless, we are going to be right now watching all the way to the top, as Igo Bonder is already preparing with all the walling that he can, also trying to protect the gold mine in there. Still having plenty all the way beside him. One, as he's already moving towards it, or... Nah, he's going for the hunt here first. But nonetheless, plenty of gold mines all around here. Plenty of them also, for example, next to the back TC for MyIsisBestGod, so to TC fast the heroic for him is probably gonna be becoming reality as well. So all the way into the middle, there's so far gonna be only one player walling with even a house in there, and there is a relic for cheaper villages. Pretty great. Pretty great indeed. Whereas the opponents are so far not doing really anything like one. They really should, because so far it seems to me that they are gonna be facing quite a few more problems as far as the centaurs. It seems like that Yuli is exactly going for that. Yep, he is. And all the way to the bottom, this is right about now going to be MasterClick, with the temple already finished so far with only one village together in favor, and apparently coming through Athena. Huh. Coming through Athena with bolting right now the Sphinx through bottom in here, and maybe even trying to get this TC. That's gonna be really damn risky. I'm not entirely certain what's going to be the plan for him, and why he even went for the restoration. With 3-eyed Odin right about now casting Rain, obviously, for all the farmland, and is somebody else gonna be using the opportunity? So far, I don't see that. You can see one-on-one military barracks and counter barracks for red. And it's gonna be apparently double counter barracks right about now for XpLoSiK, so basically straight Turmas, with a few Prometheans on top of that. So far, he is not entirely going for the TC. He's gonna be apparently eaten alive with the horses there as well, and kind of thinking that actually maybe he could have placed it a bit closer to gold there, just to prevent raiding on it, as especially since he did have right about now the army there. The activations of those traps weren't exactly all that helpful, as they just weren't straight needed. Nonetheless, all the way into the middle, finally some kind of walling attempts are going to be coming on, as a few goats are sent all the way back here next to the wall of the map, so that they are not going to be available to opponents. But nonetheless, of course, the hoplites times 2 times 3. He really likes hoplites, MasterClick. Even in the last game, 195 of them in half an hour game. It's quite a respectable number, and apparently we're gonna be seeing maybe even more of them here in this one. Unless he's so far gonna be also still using at least the forestries in there. He doesn't have all that much of an army, but that one piece right now from MyIsisBestGod, who is going for the back TC in there and already finishing, with potentially waiting for the restoration or the restoration prosperity sometime soon. It's looking to me that there's gonna be plenty of time for 3-eyed Odin to really build up what he needs to. There's gonna be already second and third monument coming forward with armory, and he might be coming for Petsuchai. It's probably gonna be coming for Petsuchai rather than anything else. So that's what's the plan going to be for him. Front TC right now for Yule, improving his economy in the pocket, and back TC for XpLoSiK, though he maybe could be getting raided, as there might be scouting going on by Igo Bonder, and he's right now already pushing against him rather well. You can see I'm definitely liking all those automatons. That's a unit that you don't see often enough, and I'm certainly looking forward if they're gonna be even repairing themselves, as there is even bigger rarity than anything else. Alright, right now it is a bit of an army. You can see a few hero turmas in there, so basically what needs to happen is for Igo Wonder is get rid of the heroes, and then the automatons can be dealing with all the rest. So far he seems to be moving a bit more to the right, maybe even to stop the TC, as it's definitely not finished yet. A few villages right now coming back, and they still do have a monkey, and this is definitely great to see, because quite often players actually scoff at the monkeys. They don't gather them, even though it's still a quite good hunt. It's a bit annoying because they run around, but for Atlantean there's literally zero reason why not to go for that. So I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and definitely hoping that more players are gonna be trying to go back to what we were doing in the olden times and get in even from the monkeys. Nonetheless, all the way here, this is right now gonna be, of course, a bit of a safety net for the villages, which right now, or rather who right now are gonna be forced to go back, as all the way here to the bottom side of the map, and it's gonna be Yuli moving around, potentially getting rid of the obelisks, exactly, so that the scouting is not all that prevalent. And much more importantly, there is a very good relic for building LOS, as we are talking about line of sight, and those centaurs are gonna be right now also working as a bit of a spy unit, just basically letting the opponents know what's going on and what kind of strategies the opponents are attempting to do. So that's Prosperity. As Prosperity already in, we are gonna be right now looking into a bit of movement to the top side. So far it seems like second TC for I Go Wonder, as he's definitely well occupying the front one. And he's repairing an automaton. You can see how he's right now smelting him back. And they're actually looking fairly similar, at least from the back side. It seems like almost the same as Colossi. You can see the back plate. The back plate is pretty much the same as Colossi. Yeah, so you're gonna be right now looking at the back TC for Yuli, who so far is having quite a comfortable game, just running around and raiding, as there are many Sphinxes so far going on by 3-eyed Odin, and he certainly right now needs to be using the opportunity, as he's facing plenty of hoplites. You can see even the Petsuchos is right now getting surrounded, and he certainly needed the Migdol as soon as possible, as if that wasn't getting finished, then, well, he would be in pretty deep trouble, because the gold was running out. He still does have the one behind, but nonetheless, this is also important because of the front TC. He gave himself some kind of measure of map control. So this is looking rather promising, even though a few mythic units are already dying, and a few villages are here still. Now, how's it looking with this Echo? 18 favor, bit of gold, so he's gonna be waiting for the Petsuchos, or for a few more Petsuchai there, I'm thinking. So let's have a look at that. But so far this has been exactly achieved. So good usage right about now, or the Eclipse. He has gained what he exactly wanted. As there's a front TC taken by MyIsisBestGod, and much more importantly, it almost seemed to me that he might be headed a bit more forward here. Apparently this is only a granary, but so far, nobody really fighting here all that much. There was a bit of an attempt by XpLoSiK to go for Raiden, but he should be really a whole lot more concentrating on defending against I Go Wonder, who is kinda just, I'm thinking, waiting to go for the front TC himself. As the front TC for XpLoSiK is slightly curious. You can see all the way to the top side, right next to the side of the map, and it's gonna be resulting into, maybe actually ironically, a bit better luck for him, because that's slightly more unlikely that I Go Wonder is gonna be scouting it too much. He's kinda having a vision on it, but still, it's gonna be a better chance right about now for XpLoSiK to be getting that, as it will be a bit more challenging for I Go Wonder to get there with all the army and in time, especially looking right about now, for example, at this engagement between him and XpLoSiK. All the way to the bottom, there are some rather random spiders. Apparently they like to live in the forest in there and in the woods, but anyway, it's gonna be right now at least MasterClick having a bit of assistance from MyIsisBestGod so far. You can see they're gonna be locus all the way to the middle, and not they could have been cast better, but they still did their job. You can see this is gonna be slowing down significantly for villages dead with a bit of restoration, but unfortunately quite a solid army still, and of course the Hierarch Sphinxes in there. They're gonna be destroying the villages, and well, yep, Locust don't bother soldiers, they bother only villages, so this is not gonna be really mattering all that much. In the meantime, MasterClick right about now is gonna be already resigning, as he's apparently not feeling that this is gonna be going all that well for him, which I think is a really bad resign. Like, really bad resign at this point, because I mean, like, he lost a few villages there, but I don't think it was the end of the world, especially since MyIsisBestGod with 3 TCs was already moving ahead, and he was basically preparing to help his teammate. You can see he was already getting even the 4th TC in there. So with Migdol Stronghold already producing the units, that was just barely timed, unfortunately. Barely timed. This is of course gonna be making things a whole lot easier. 3-eyed Odin comfortably at 3 TCs. Interesting how they were basically on one spot in there, all the villages, and all the way to the top. Right about now, I Go Wonder is... no, he's not really losing against XpLoSiK. Has to be said that it seems to me that XpLoSiK is having slightly better game. You can see he's getting the front TC and right now finishing with that, and having good army right now going for himself. As he's getting Thea, I Go Wonder is not advancing yet. There's Apollo and still even Osiris from MyIsisBestGod. So just confirming this resign from MasterClick. Damn. That didn't really do any favors to his team, unfortunately. Well, let's see. Maybe right now, so as they are still playing, they're gonna be able to do something out of it. Even though I'm not really optimistic about that, because it's still gonna be missing a lot of population limit, even without the town centers. So unlucky. Unlucky right about now for them, as Thea is in, and where is potentially the heroic age for I Go Wonder? Is it really too far away at this point? No, it's not. You can see he's gonna be clicking into it. Maybe he could be even getting the TC at the same time, if he's gonna be timing things properly. But all the way to the bottom, this is already gonna be right now Yuli preparing right next to 3-eyed Odin, and maybe even going slightly through the middle. You can see the villager Just trying to wall off this part of the map, so apparently not interested in fighting that way. And all the way to the left, there's gonna be of course a bit of raiding already coming from 3-eyed Odin and trying to get rid of the Mythical Age opponent. So there we go. This is gonna be right now Yulia having to slightly retreat. Slightly before, and well, of course, right about now, we're gonna be potentially waiting for a few Prodromi against all the elephants. Quite a solid unit, but he needs to be making sure he's gonna be avoiding, for example, the Chariot Archers, as well, Prodromi do have really sad Pierce armor. Nonetheless, there's gonna be right about now, or rather, there are going to be Copper Shields, with already medium Hippicons having so far only Copper Shields as well, but it's of course gonna be helpful nonetheless. We're gonna wait now a proper 2 versus 1, even with all the 5 TCs so far gained, and he's even gonna be getting a 6th one, so maybe this game doesn't have to be altogether gone. As the Egyptian MyIsisBestGod is really well prepared, he just needs to be doing good enough job right about now in defenses, and also get rid of the Raiden. He's already working on the wall-in. Few random, well, that's a random waypoint into the forest there apparently, or something, but nonetheless he's doing exactly what he can, with a few ancestors unfortunately not exactly able to go through all that well. As all the way to the top, it seems to me that XpLoSiK is gonna be getting the upper hand so far against Aigo Wanderer. He's doing quite a good job, but heavy infantry, which of course is meaning mythical or the heroic age from Aigo Wanderer as well, Copper Male Champion Chariots from MyIsisBestGod, and Badhira and Osiris right about now for Yule and 3-eyed Odin, and it's gonna be making the battle all the way to the bottom a whole lot more challenging. So the front EC seems to be, at least for the time being, disrupted. They are probably gonna be good enough attack right about now to at least keep it down, but still at least one of the Stimphalions could be shooting right now on the villagers, or maybe at least help with the army in that. Nonetheless, seems to me that XpLoSiK is gonna be preventing the front down center, as there's still a bit of raiding going on by 3-eyed Odin against MyIsis, as MyIsis is at 6 town centers at this point, even producing siegeworks into the middle. And thing is, he still does have a few gold mines. There's a gold mine, for example, to the bottom. He can establish trade from here all the way to his TC, or maybe at least into the allied TC right now of Aigo Wanderer for the extra bonus. And yeah, he definitely needs the gold from the trade, because just normal mines are not going to be enough, especially since he is in such a hard fight and he's gonna be having to spend mercenaries like mad. So far he isn't. He's probably gonna be having a bit of a struggle with economy. 132 out of 238, that's one hell of a top limit. That is apparently right about now not able to really service all that well, even though he's basically fully upgraded, not absolutely fully upgraded at this point. Now, so Osiris is in, and it's gonna be right now upgrade into fortified TC for him. Son of Osiris also coming into the battlefield from the other side, and Hera is almost there. Okay, so Copper Shields, there is gonna be right about now Hera coming forward exactly into the battlefield, right? Or did it go to the top side? No, it went to the top side here, and it's gonna be right now resulting into a bit more convincing victory for XpLoSiK, who already was having quite a solid advantage. You can see it hitting even right about now, and those traps from the Spideys didn't exactly do all that much of a damage in there. But yeah, well, all the way and all around, it seems that Aigo Wanderer will be having significant problem with the front TC. That is so far definitely looking like that it will be coming for XpLoSiK. Oh, this guy is gonna get eaten. Even with the shield, with armor, with all of it. Apparently they have a bit of a taste for metal. So medium arcane and absolutely no other upgrades. You can see when medium destroys, the opponent is having at least the heavy infantry. And actually bronze and double copper. So there's gonna be a bit of a blessing in disguise for him, because since he's at only 2 TCs, he's gonna be stockpiling the economy and the resources a bit better than his opponent. And therefore, he does have a chance to maybe even get into some kind of Titan. But Hecate is already in. It's gonna be cast, I don't know, somewhere back TC, maybe even just into the base here. You can see there's plenty of farmland. I expect it's gonna be rather nice, having good upgrades already. Good upgrades indeed. Citizen hero right about now, bowsaw, irrigation and shaft mine, so really good. Now CTC also seems to be getting finished, but it might be getting a bit tricky, because right now purple is slightly diminishing on the numbers, but I don't think he's gonna be diminishing too much at this point and too significantly enough. Nonetheless, all the way into the middle, there's gonna be apparently Oracle, maybe still waiting for the Tartarian Gate to be cast. As all the way into the right flank, this is still going to be right about now MyIsisBestGod trying to do complete impossible. Complete impossible. Basically in this situation, but he needs to be taken care of. Son of Osiris, quite obviously. And the catapult, definitely not a bad idea. It's gonna be well in range and quite close by to the fortified TC. Problem is this Son of Osiris, who's obviously going to be right now helping with the quite nice melee damage that he's doing with the Lightning Storm, Lightning Bolt rather. So apparently even a few medium Myrmidons are coming forward. Seems like double copper in there. And all the way to the top, yeah, well, right now even stealing right now the Hesperitry from the opponent, that's gonna be of course quite a solid reason why right about now I Go Wonder is probably gonna be losing his base fairly quickly, as XpLoSiK at the 4TC seems to be getting more comfortable. He doesn't have that many upgrades still, but basically just the sheer numbers are right now winning the battle for him and doing quite a good job of that. Nonetheless, you can see that I Go Wonder is doing what he can, potentially hoping for like kind of impossible with the Tartarian being cast all the way to the back, and it's gonna be resulting into maybe even the TC getting destroyed, especially the trait is gonna be killed. There's not much of a question about that, as MyIsisBestGod right about now finally getting broken, but it took a lot of effort by both Yule and Three-Eyed Odin. It's going to be meaning the Son of Osiris at the last 11 hit points right now gonna be getting destroyed by some random hits by future charges, or maybe even the enemy Son of Osiris himself. Yeah, well, Underworld Passage is coming in. They're just gonna be right now rubbing it home and confirming that the Walker team is going to be right now taking it home 2-0 against the Mystic B. I'm really wondering what could have happened if actually MasterClick still continued playing. I mean, like, he lost really a lot of villagers, and the front TC, I mean, like, actually it wasn't lost. You could have seen that even MyIsisBestGod himself on his own was able to take it. So he would have been having a second chance there. So I'm thinking maybe slight overreaction, unfortunately, and the game could have been really interesting. Maybe yes, maybe if they had like defensive Underworld Passage from like here all the way to the top to help I Go Wonder, maybe. Maybe. But yeah, well, WKT definitely proved their skill here, and even though it took a bit of effort, they also were taking it carefully, not wanting to underestimate the powerful Isis at 6 TCs, which is definitely correct approach. Don't underestimate anything like that, especially Egyptian, who can be even spamming a few more mercenaries to basically make up for the missing population limit from the ally, and they were able to emerge victorious. So let's have a look into the post game. That's right about now going to be XpLoSiK, who had the highest score for himself. He was having quite a nice battle against I Go Wonder. That was nice to behold. And MyIsisBestGod gave it his all. But yeah, well, it wasn't going to be enough this time around. 17,000 resources, really good echo. Not much of a surprise considering that he wasn't getting ready that badly. Just a bit by Three-Eyed Odin a bit later. And the Moomin 102, Three-Eyed Odin catching up with him in there. And Yule as well at the end. And a few resources distributed probably into MasterClick, but even that didn't change the course of the battle. Can see neither I Go Wonder or XpLoSiK were having too many upgrades. For XpLoSiK, it's caused by the fact that he was having the 4th TC and the 3rd TC rather quickly. Like quicker than I Go Wonder, and I Go Wonder at 2 TCs could be stockpiling resources a bit more, exactly as we said. So therefore it's usually resulting into technological advantage, which could be resulting into even retaking the front TC for himself, because technologies really do quite a lot of, or rather make quite a lot of difference. Yeah, well, yet again, Hoplitz was quite good reaction by this Eclipse on the Sphinxes. That definitely helped, because that was really close to potential disaster for Three-Eyed Odin. Preventing the Migdol, that would be a problem. Yeah, I can see MasterClick losing. That was the army after Eclipse. Let's have a look. Lost about like 7 villages in there into the Locus, unfortunately, and we was attack onto the front TC. That's, yeah, that kind of stems from the decision to go through the Athena. That was always a bit weird decision. There probably was some kind of plan behind it, because that would have been otherwise rather random. There had to have been some plan to maybe like try to stop exactly the early Migdol as he was attempting to do, Wouldn't be surprising me if that was the idea behind it. But he was surprised by the eclipse, was expecting there's gonna be only rain and shifting sands. So the eclipse kind of got him off guard, because with restoration, that battle would have been going a whole lot differently, and quite probably the Migdol would be destroyed. So the idea that it doesn't have to be really that bad. Just the right Odin kind of outsmarted him. I'm thinking unwittingly. I don't think he was expecting anything like that. And of course, plenty of military. You can see MyIsisBestGod trying to do what he can and what he could, but fighting 2 armies at once, even with 60s, he's just not going to be resulting into anything good. You can see he wasn't even able to keep up production, even with one of the players, and let alone 2. So that's why he got destroyed there in the end there. GG. So let's correct the score. That's going to be right about now. Ending at 2-0, and that's going to be it for today's match and for today's RTS League. I'm right about now going to be switching into community games, so on my channel. So feel free to switch to Twitch TV/BlackCatDisplays. I'm gonna be in about, it's gonna be taking me like 15-20 minutes maybe, because I need to be finishing my dinner, which was kind of disrupted here by the match in RTS League. But we're gonna be continuing and maybe getting some tournament games as well. So more AoT Mythology is certainly coming. There's gonna be even more AoT Mythology still coming here on this channel over the weekend and over the next weeks. So we are in about... No, we are right now in round 7. We're still gonna be having right now the last round and the extra round. So 2 weeks of Clan Wars in the group stage. Then we're gonna be heading into playoffs and League Cup. So still plenty of weeks for a top quality Clan Wars following here on the channel. So follow us for more if you are interested. And also our YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. And also Discord. It's /RTS League, all of it. Just the Discord is obviously a bit different. You can find the invite link below in the button. And therefore, you're gonna be glad if you join us on our road to finding what is the best clan in the community currently. Otherwise, for community, as usual, RTS-Sanctuary.com, the home of AoT Mythology since 2003. We can find like strategy guides there, all the wisdom of the community for all those 16 years. And recorded games for all kinds of tournaments, expert games, normal games, anything, any kind of names that you can kind of, rather think of. So you'll be glad also if you went for us. And you went for joining the community and also joining with some kind of discussion. You'll be definitely glad for that. Even though plenty of things have been already said in the AoT Mythology community across the years, has no shortage of potential other topics that we could be looking at and discussing about. But nonetheless, that's RTS-Sanctuary.com. And then there's AoT Mythology Heaven for scenarios and mods and all kinds of like special graphic updates, some custom scenarios, maybe on top of that some custom campaigns, and for example even civilizations. So that's AoT Mythology Heaven, and there is also Reddit/AoT Mythology. And these games have been played on Woobly, the best place for AoT Mythology and Age of Empires multiplayer, and using Woobly balance patch 3.0, making the game quite a bit more interesting, it seems, to players looking at its wide adoption. But it is free to play, and if you want to be playing on Woobly, the original game, no problem whatsoever. You can be doing so, the last 103 Ensemble Studios patch, or maybe you can be playing even vanilla. Everything is open, people are playing everything here. For example, even custom scenarios like Forest Escape, Settlers, Tiny, sometimes, rarely even Deathmatch, even though that's really a rarity. Or you can be, for example, playing with teammates against Titan AI. Nonetheless, you can enjoy the game to your heart's desire here at Woobly. And I've been BlackCat at the RTS League channel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in some 10, 15, 20 minutes on my own channel. You can also find the channel at !caster. I'm gonna be going for the standard Wednesday community games, and maybe even some tournament games are gonna be there as well. You're gonna be seen. But see you.